Kai Lang ends up on Omega. You know what? This book felt a lot like a Guy Ritchie movie. If you've seen any of Guy Ritchie movies, like Snatch or Lock, Stock or Rock and Rolla, any of those movies, I think you understand what I'm talking about. Where one person wants something, and then this other group wants that same thing, and then someone takes it away from that one person, and they're like, wait, where'd it go? It's over here. And then someone else takes it from them. It's like that. It's almost the same. Kali and Anderson and Hendel are looking for Jillian and Nick, while Kai Lang, the elusive man, sends Kai Lang to kill Jillian because he finds out that Jillian wants to kill him. And he's like, go kill Jillian and get me Grayson's body. So that's why Kai Lang is on goes to Omega to kill Jillian. And Arya is trying to look for her daughter's killer and finds out that it's Kai Lang. So now Arya is looking for Kai Lang, and Kai Lang is looking for Jillian. But then the Biotic Underground captures Kai Lang, and it's this huge mess. A huge mess that didn't even need to be that way. I don't even know. It had potential. It had potential. I could see what BioWare wanted to establish in this book. I could see it. But it's so meshed in there with all this stupid crap that it's just a shame. It's shameful. That I'm like, I could have gotten those concepts and written a way better book. Another stupid thing was that Kai Lang, in order to get Grayson's body, he needs help. He needs help to get Grayson's body out of the morgue on the Citadel because Grayson is too heavy and he wouldn't be able to escape easily. So what does he do? He gets two people, a girl and a guy, to help him. They go in there, and what is Grayson in? He's in this like capsule that is, all you have to do is push him in a gurney or something like that. All you have to do is roll him out. That's it. And what did they do? They rolled him out. How is that heavy? It wasn't like Kai Lang had to pick up the freaking capsule and take it. He just had to wheel it out. But no, he says it's too heavy. Another thing is Kai Lang, every time he goes out, Kai Lang has a different disguise on. And I mean like all out, like he puts a different face on and everything. He's got like different face masks. So he takes undercover to the T. He puts a different face on, he gets a different identity, different name, all that. That's Kai Lang. He always does this, always. He is hardly ever seen as Kai Lang. Now when he's in Omega, he's following Jillian out in the streets to try to see where she's going so he could kill her. And he sees that she stops and talks to this one girl, and he's like, oh my god, I know her. This girl's name is Corey Kim. And Corey tells Jillian, you've got a tail. Someone's following you, and I know who it is. His name is Kai Lang. And I'm like, how did she recognize him if Kai Lang's always walking around with a mask? All of a sudden, Kai Lang was like, you know what, I'm going to go out in the street and look like myself today and kill somebody. This Corey Kim turns out to be an ex-lover of Kai Lang's, and they used to be imprisoned together, Kai Lang and Corey Kim, and they were recruited by Cerberus, both of them, and Corey left Cerberus and Kai Lang stayed. That's how they split up. And then when the Biotic Underground, this Corey Kim is part of the Biotic Underground, and that's why she finds Jillian. She's like, you know what, you could join the Biotic Underground. We saw some footage of you destroying Arya's bodyguards in Afterlife. We'd love to have you. So Jillian goes with them because she's like, I need to stay somewhere. I've got a bounty on my head. So she goes with them, and they lose Kai Lang. But later the Underground captures Kai Lang because Jillian comes up with a brilliant plan. She says, you know what? You guys want to take over the council? Why aim so low? Why don't you guys destroy Cerberus? And everybody's like, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's kill the elusive man. Yeah! How should we do it? Let's lure him. And I was like, what are they, 5? Corey Kim finds out where Kai Lang is staying. She tails him, goes, and when they find him, they abduct him. So now the Biotic Underground, this is all so stupid, I swear, it's like, oh my god. The Biotic Underground now has Kai Lang. Jillian doesn't know that Kai Lang was the one that actually killed her father. But she's still like, I want to kill the elusive man because it was the elusive man that killed him. So now Arya is looking for Kai Lang as well because she found out that Kai Lang was the murderer of her daughter. There's this interaction between her and the elusive man. And it was so stupid. Like, the interactions between her and the elusive man in Retribution were brilliant. They were perfect. I loved those interactions. But on this one, again, it was Arya being all polite and like, oh, hi, Tim. Like, what's up? Like, it's been so long. Like, oh my god, did you, like, get a haircut or something? Because it looks so good. And Tim was like all nice too, like, oh hi Arya, like, oh hey. And then out of nowhere, the elusive man tells Arya, I'm looking for one of my operatives. He was abducted on Omega. Maybe you could find him. And she was like, okay, well, what's his name? And he's like, his name is Kai Lang. Could you go look for him? And Arya's like, oh, Kai Lang, that's the guy I'm looking for. And it's like, yeah, I'll look for him. Give me some money, and I'll look for him. And, but inside, Arya's like, I'm gonna get money, I'm gonna find Kai Lang, and I'm gonna kill him. I'm not gonna give him to the elusive man. So she was thinking of backstabbing him, and the elusive man, I think, offers, I forgot how much money he offers, but he offered a good amount of money. Later, one of, another Cerberus operative that was on Omega, keeping tabs on stuff, telling the elusive man what was going on. She tells the elusive man, she's like, don't trust Arya, because she's not gonna turn Kai Lang into, you know, she's not gonna turn Kai Lang into Cerberus. She's gonna kill him because she found out that Kai Lang killed her daughter and this and that. And the elusive man's like, well, we've gotta, like, you know, do something quick. The Biotic Underground sends a message to the elusive man or to Cerberus, and then they give it to the elusive man saying, we've got Kai Lang. We're asking for money. We're asking for a ransom. And we're asking for 10,000, I don't remember how much. It was like 10,000 or 10 million or something like that. Credits. And the elusive man's just like, well, I wouldn't pay that much money for Kai Lang. Like, he doesn't want him that bad. You know, he's always saying about how everybody's always expendable. And he's like, I wouldn't pay that much, but I would probably pay like 5 million maybe. I think that's how much it was. And he's like, barter with them. So it seems like we're in on it. Like, we're thinking about it. And the Biotic Underground's like, but the one that has to give us the money is the elusive man. He has to come to Omega. And I was just like, how stupid could you get? Could you really think that the elusive man was gonna go and give you the money? Seriously, do you really think that he would do that? Like, oh my god, that killed me. I was like, they're actually believing it? And the elusive man was like, okay, well, let's make him think like that we'll do it. Like, you know, we'll do it. I mean, if I was there, I'd be like, are you guys stupid or something? Do you guys really think the elusive man's gonna come and give us the money personally? He's not gonna do it. He's gonna backstab us. I'd be like, no, guys, cut it. Like, kill Kai Lang or do something with him, but don't do this because it's a bad idea. But no, everybody was like, yeah, yeah. So they fall for it, and it all ends up going down in this huge mesh of everybody wanting to get to that part, to that place. In the end, I swear there was like maybe 5 pages left, and a lot of stuff was happening. It was like all they did was eat in the rest of the book, and then at the end, that's where everything went down. And it was just like Hendel, Colley, and Anderson find out where Nick and Jillian are finally, and they're like, we've got to get in there and sneak in there and get them out, and they know that Kai Lang is in there too, and this Corey Kim, this ex-lover of Kai Lang's, they have Kai Lang in custody, right? They have him in the cell, and every day, for some stupid reason, they go in there, or she goes in there, takes him out, and they just walk. How nice. He needs to stretch his legs. A crazy Cerberus assassin. So they walk every day, and Kai Lang's like, she used to be in love with me. I'm like totally gonna trick her into, like, you know, rescuing me. And they're talking and everything, and Kai Lang's like, do you ever think back on our, you know, on us when we were together? And I was just like, ugh. He wrote Kai Lang so wrong, I swear. And there's another part where Kai Lang is in a restaurant, and he's eating. I felt like burning the book at that moment. He's eating, and he's just like, that he's saying that he likes to eat at that place because he doesn't like to eat alone. A ninja assassin is feeling like he doesn't like to eat alone. How sad. I'm telling you, the further you get, the worse it gets. So this Corey Kim, he's trying to convince her, and then all of a sudden one day they go out for their little walk, and Corey Kim is like, okay, you ready to escape? And Kai Lang's like, he's just like, ooh, he's all, wait, I'm really worth, you think I'm worth saving? And she's like, are you kidding me? She's like, you think the elusive man wouldn't have planted a Cerberus operative in the biotic underground? And Kai Lang's like, you're still Cerberus? And she's like, yeah. And I'm just like, when you're gonna do that, when you have a mole in an area, in let's say the biotic underground, you have a mole there, the writer has to establish that early on, that they're gonna have a mole in the biotic underground, saying, okay, I've gotta work everything around that so it makes sense. It made no sense. If she was part of Cerberus from the beginning, why would she have warned Jillian that she had a tail and that it was Kai Lang? Why would she have done that if she was Cerberus? If she was Cerberus from all along, she would have noticed Kai Lang and would have said nothing. She would have said, hey Jillian, and seen Kai Lang, and then she would be like, hey Jillian, you want to join the biotic underground? And that's it. She wouldn't have said, oh, you've got a tail, it's Kai Lang. So he decided to make her a mole, like, way later. Because that made no sense. Anyways, she's part of Cerberus, she's been part of Cerberus, they escape, but they go into this huge battle, the biotic underground, trying to, like, stop them, and they kill a bunch of people. They end up not being able to escape. They get stuck in this alleyway and stuff, and they get captured, both of them, and the stupid Corey Kim tells them that she's a Cerberus operative, and she's like, we're Cerberus, we're everywhere, and they kill her because of that, and Kai Lang's just like, why did she say that? And I'm just like, what the hell? Jillian shoots her brains out, and Kai Lang is like, oh, I'm gonna kill her now, like, it's personal now, because she just killed the person I love. And then finally Hendel, and okay, I'm coming to the part that offended me, that I was just like, this book is stupid. Like, oh, first let me say that I'm a huge fan, that I really love the character of Hendel Mitra. If you've read the books, he's the character that I've been talking about. He used to be a Marine, an Alliance Marine. He was the security of the Ascension program, and he was the guardian of Jillian. He took care of her while they were on the flotilla. I love Hendel. Hendel is a great character. I loved him in Ascension, and he wasn't in Retribution, so I was super excited that he was going to be in this book again. So now let me continue. Hendel and Arya's team, they team up together. Hendel, Colley, and Anderson team up with Arya, because Hendel, Colley, and Anderson are like, we can't just barge in there without a small army, because the Biotic Underground are going to kill us. So they're like, let's team up with Arya. She's looking for Kai Lang anyways. So they team up, And Hendel goes in with a group. They go through these ventilation systems to get into the Biotic Underground. They go there. Hendel goes down, and then the Biotic Underground starts attacking. And they all get into this fight. And Hendel sees two biotics coming at him. And a girl human. Coming at him. They're about to blow him to bits. And he shoots them, I think. I think he throws some kind of biotic, because Hendel's a biotic too. Some kind of biotic, and then shoots them. I think it was he used like singularity or warp, one of those, where it just tosses them up in the air, and he shoots them, kills them. And then behind him, he sees Nick, the student. He knew Nick, because he was in the Ascension program. He turns around and sees Nick, and Nick goes, "You killed Marissa!" I think her name was. And Hendel's just like, "Was that your girlfriend?" He's all, "Yeah, we were gonna get married. Mr. Mitra, you killed her!" And he's like all mad. And he's just like, "This is all your fault, Nick. You shouldn't have done this," and who knows what. And then Nick ends up shooting Hendel in the face, kills Hendel, and someone else shoots Nick with like a biotic charge or something, and Nick gets knocked out, and Hendel's just there dead. This bastard killed Hendel for some stupid reason, and then, as a writer, you take advantage of death scenes. Like, as much as you love those characters, a death scene for a writer is your place to shine. Like, that's your place to show the emotion that you could get out of somebody by just using your words. So I was like, okay, a death scene. Hendel's dead. I was like, oh my god, Hendel just died. All right, let's see what happens, because Kali is a really good friend of Hendel. They're both really good friends. They worked together. They went through so much together to get Jillian safe. They were really good friends, Hendel and Kali.